If someone told me 2 years ago that I would be launching my own course, building my own studio, starting my own business, I would have told them they were out of their mind because I was in the middle of doing my PhD. I've always wanted to start a business, but never thought it would be this soon, and certainly not this big. When people say things like, the best time to start a business is 10 years ago, the second best time is right now. It can seem like everyone is against you, that life is working against you. And I know this feeling. I spent many years procrastinating and feeling like I was behind where I should be in life. But the truth is that we're all just getting started. None of us really know what we're doing. We're all figuring it out as we go along. I'm going to show you 3 reasons why you're not behind, and why you should stop comparing yourself to others and start focusing on your own journey. No. 1. Different starting points. We all start from different positions in life. Some of us have supportive families who give us emotional and financial support, while others don't have that luxury. Some of us grow up with more opportunities and access to better education. Others don't even have access to clean water or basic health care. Some of us have supportive friends who encourage our dreams, while others don't have anyone who believes in them. We all start from different positions in life. And if you compare your beginning to someone else's middle or end, you're going to feel like you're behind. I compared myself to people who grew up with far more privilege than I did. I had 2 wonderful parents who gave me so much love and support, but I had no financial support growing up. We moved around a lot because of my dad's job, which meant I had to change schools quite often, and I felt like an outsider most of the time. My mom worked as a secretary, and my dad worked as a police officer. They didn't have any extra money to give me for private lessons, tutors, or fancy equipment for sports. While some of my classmates had expensive bikes, I rode a hand-me-down bike without a seat. I wanted to play basketball, but we couldn't afford the $200 for shoes, so I played barefoot. I was always painfully shy and struggled with social anxiety. So when I see people talking about how they were born with a silver spoon, I know that's true for some people, but it's not true for everyone. And here's the thing. Even if you were born into wealth, it doesn't mean that your life is easier or that you don't have problems. Growing up with money doesn't make you immune to feeling sad, lonely, anxious, or depressed. Money can buy you nice things, experiences, security, but it can't buy you happiness. You could argue that having money actually creates different problems. So remember, we all start from different places. Your beginning is your beginning, and you can't compare it to someone else's middle or end. No. 2. Different goals. Even if we started at the same place, we all have different goals. Even if we want the same thing, the path to get there will be different for each of us. For example, let's say we both want to become doctors. It doesn't mean that we want the same things. Maybe you want to specialize in surgery and work in a hospital. Maybe you want to focus on public health and travel around the world. Maybe you want to research diseases and spend most of your time in a lab. Even though we both want to be doctors, our goals are different, which means that we need to take different paths. When I was 18, I applied to medical school and got accepted, but after 1 year, I realized that medicine wasn't for me. I didn't want to be a doctor, wanted to learn about the brain and help people through mental health. That's why I changed my path and eventually went on to do my PhD in neuroscience. Just because I finished my PhD doesn't mean that I'm qualified to be a therapist. Doesn't mean that I'm ready to work with clients. Just means that I learned a lot about the brain. I still have to finish my master's degree and become a licensed professional counselor. My goal isn't to become a medical doctor. My goal is to become a therapist. So my path will be different from yours. Even if we decide to take the same path, the effort required from each of us will be different. For example, let's say we both want to be surgeons. Both love working with our hands and performing in front of an audience. It sounds fun until it's not. Let's say we both put in the same amount of effort and work equally hard to become surgeons. In this case, we would both be qualified to perform surgery after completing our medical degree and residency. But the problem is that becoming a surgeon requires so much dedication, so much sacrifice, and so much focus that most people can't do it. It takes a Herculean effort, and most people simply burn out. Of the 186,000 students who graduate medical school each year, only 17,000 match into a surgical residency. That's less than 10%, and this is just the beginning of the story. If you make it through residency, congratulations. You're now board certified and qualified to practice surgery.
Ah.
But that doesn't mean that you're done learning. Medicine is constantly changing. There are new discoveries, new technologies, new ways of treating diseases every day. If you don't keep up with the latest developments, you're going to fall behind. Do you see how even though we started from the same place and decided to take the same path, the effort required from each of us will be very different? This is why you can't compare your path to someone else's. Everyone has different goals and a different idea of success. Number 3, different speeds. Even if we started at the same place and have the same goals, we all move at different speeds. I'm guilty of this. I tend to compare my chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. I see how far other people have come and I wonder why I am not there yet. But I forget that we started at different times. For example, let's say you want to run a marathon, and I want to run a marathon too. We both start training. You train hard, and you were able to complete a marathon in 6 months. I train hard too, but it takes me 8 months to be able to complete a marathon. I compare my progress to yours, I'll feel like I'm behind. But the truth is that we both achieved our goal. We both finished the marathon. Some of us start running earlier in life, and some of us start later. Some of us train harder than others. Some of us have injuries or setbacks that slow us down. Just because we both want to run a marathon doesn't mean that we go in to finish at the same time. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter whether you're 20, 30, 40, or 50. You can start today. You can start tomorrow. You can start next week. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you start and that you keep going. I used to think that I was behind because I didn't start running until I was 29. But you know what? I'm not behind. I'm just getting started. Think about it. You could have spent the last 10 years hating yourself, thinking you're a failure, wondering why you're still single. Or you could have spent those 10 years investing in yourself, figuring out what you like, traveling, gaining work experience, building friendships, learning new skills, finding out what you value in life, what makes you happy, and what your strengths are. I know that there's a part of you that wants to be 10 years further ahead than you are right now. I get it. But the truth is that none of us really know what we're doing. Like everyone else is living their best life, traveling, starting businesses, crushing it in their careers, while you're still stuck doing the same old thing day in and day out. Let me tell you something. You are not behind. You're just getting started. I know what you're thinking. Everyone else is so much further ahead of me. They've already accomplished so much more than I have. How can I possibly catch up? Well, let me ask you this. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Traveled to a new country, tried a new hobby, or met someone who changed your life? When was the last time you pushed yourself outside of your comfort zone and did something that scared you? Because here's the thing, life isn't about reaching a certain destination. It's about the journey and all the new experiences you get to have along the way. And trust me, there's so much more to come for you. You haven't even gotten started yet. Think about all the things you want to do in life, all the places you want to see, all the people you want to meet. You haven't even scratched the surface yet. You're still sitting at the starting line, wondering if you're ready, when the truth is, you will never be fully ready. So stop waiting and start living. Stop planning and start doing. Trust me, the sooner you start, the sooner you'll finish. You know what's funny? The other day I was scrolling through social media and I came across this meme. It was a picture of two people, one looking happy and fulfilled, and the other one totally stressed out. And the caption read, "Me pretending to be fine while my life is falling apart." I know that meme is meant to be funny, but let's be real. How many of us can relate to it? How many of us feel like we just putting on a happy face and pretending everything is fine when inside we feeling lost, overwhelmed, and unsure of what to do next? We put pressure on ourselves to live a perfect life, to have the perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect body, the perfect everything. But guess what? Perfect doesn't exist. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the only person who has a perfect life is the Queen of England, and even she probably has a few screws loose. Let me tell you something. Striving for perfection is setting yourself up for failure. It's impossible to have a perfect life because life isn't perfect. It's messy. It's complicated. It's full of ups and downs. And that's what makes it so beautiful. So stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to live up to some unrealistic standard of what your life should look like. Embrace the mess. Embrace the imperfections. Because that's where the real beauty of life lies. Right. You know, I used to be a total perfectionist. I would spend hours stressing over the little details, trying to make sure that everything was just right. But guess what? It never made me happy. In fact, it just made me miserable. So I had to learn to let go of the need for perfection. I had to learn to embrace the imperfections. And guess what? My life became so much better. I became happier, more at peace, and more fulfilled. The truth is, none of us really know what we're doing. We're all just making it up as we go along. So stop worrying about what other people think. Stop comparing yourself to those unrealistic standards of perfection that you see on social media. And most importantly, stop judging yourself so hard. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. And remember, you're not behind. You're just getting started. Oh my God, you guys won't believe this. The other day I was hanging out with my friends and we were talking about how much pressure we feel to succeed. You know, to have the perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect life. And then Sarah, one of my besties, she says something that really shocked me. She said, I think sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves because we do want to disappoint the people around us. You know, our parents, our friends, our colleagues. And then she continued, but the truth is, they want us to be happy. They want us to succeed, but not at the expense of our own happiness. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I realized that I've been putting so much pressure on myself to live up to other people's expectations that I've expected what I actually want for myself. I mean, I've always wanted to be a writer, but then I started caring what other people thought, and I ended up studying something else in college. I got a job in a totally different field and I was miserable. So unhappy that I ended up quitting my job and taking some time off to figure out what I really wanted to do with my life. And you know what I realized? I didn't want to disappoint anyone else. I wanted to disappoint myself. I knew deep down that being a writer is what I was meant to do, but I was too afraid to take that leap of faith. I was too afraid to fail. Then I realized that the only person I was hurting by not following my dreams was myself. By not taking that leap of faith and pursuing my dream of becoming a writer, I was essentially letting down the one person who mattered the most, myself. So if you're feeling the pressure to live up to everyone else's expectations, just remember, it's okay to disappoint them. It's okay to not meet their expectations, because at the end of the day, it's your life. You're the only one who has to live it. Sure, it might be disappointing to your parents, your friends, your colleagues, but guess what? You're going to be disappointed anyway. Nah, be disappointed if you follow your dreams and fail, or if you stay in your day job and regret it. So why not take that leap of faith and pursue the things that make you happy? Why not try to become the writer you've always wanted to be? The entrepreneur, the artist, the musician? Why not go after the things that you want? Because the only person you're disappointing by not trying is yourself. Okay, I know I sound like a total hippie right now, but hear me out. Life is too short to be anything but happy. Seriously, think about it. How many days do we have here on this earth? Like, really think about it. It's not very many. So why waste any of it being anything but happy? I know there will be times in your life when you feel sad, angry, frustrated, lonely. That's just part of the human experience. But those feelings are like clouds passing overhead. They'll pass eventually. So don't waste your time dwelling on the negative. Don't waste your energy being anything but happy. Because happiness, my friend, is the only thing that truly matters. Oh, and another thing. Stop chasing external validation. Stop seeking approval from other people, because it's an endless chase. You'll never get all the approval you want. Why not learn to love and accept yourself for who you are? Because when you do that, that's when your life truly begins. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Life can be tough. There will be times when you feel like giving up. There will be times when you feel like you're falling behind. But I want you to remember this. You are not behind. You're just getting started. You have so much more to look forward to, so don't give up on your dreams. Just don't settle for a life that you're not excited about. Go after the things that make you happy. Go after the things that make you feel fulfilled, because that's what life is all about. It's about finding what makes you happy and then doing more of it. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and start living your best life. Start chasing your dreams. Start being the person you're meant to be. And hey, if you need a reminder from time to time, just watch this video again. I promise it'll make you feel so much better. Now, go out there and show the world what you're made of. Show it to them, not just for them. Do it for yourself. Show yourself that you're capable of amazing things. Show yourself that you're not behind. You're just getting started.